Magandang umaga po, Secretary Bonoan, sa ating DPWH family, to our colleagues. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. Unang-una po, gusto ko pong sabihin na ang ating po ay more on clarification and we will be asking for direct answers also. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. Ang kabuuang budget po ng allocation ng DPWH para sa obligasyon nito sa right-of-way payments para sa isang taon ay binubuo po ng mga sumusunod. 1. For completed projects. 2. Ongoing and future projects. 3. For public-private partnership projects. 4th, for payment of utility relocations. At 5th, interest for arrears. Tama po ba ito, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, tama po.
Okay po, Mr. Chair. Ayon po kasi sa datos na nakalat ng ating tanggapan, noong 2022 po, ang proposed budget ng right-of-way ng DPWH sa NEP 2022 ay 21.31 billion. Subalit, 1.18 billion lamang po ang na-approve ng GAA ng 2022. Gayun din po, noong 2023, sa NEP naman po, ay 37.58 billion ang proposed budget ng right-of-way, pero 1.6 billion lamang ang na-approve sa GAA ng 2023. Sa taong 2024 po, 35.12 billion ang proposed sa NEP ng 2024, pero 2.5 billion lamang ang naibigay sa GAA noong 2024. Halos 93% po ang nawala noong 2024. Paano po mababayaran, Mr. Chair, ng DPWH ang mga obligasyon nito sa right-of-way kung ganito po kaliit na pondo ang naibibigay para dito taon-taon? Lalo na po doon sa napakaraming completed projects na. Maaari bang malaman, as of date, ang right-of-way obligations po ng DPWH sa completed projects ay magkano po, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, when we came in under this administration, I was informed actually that the consolidated obligations, pending obligations, sa right-of-way payments, right-of-way acquisition and payments na kailangan is almost about 60 billion. 60 billion. However, I think, for practical intent and purposes, we are actually prioritizing yung mga allocations namin for actually yung ready for payments because yung mga obligations nito dates back several years back. And there are documentation requirements actually that need to be achieved or kailangan po natin ma-document. Kung minsan po yung nakalagay sa title mukhang yung namatay na po, and it needs actually extrajudicial process actually na may lagay sa mga heirs, and alam naman po din natin kung minsan sa rural areas it takes some time actually. So actually we continue to assist naman yung mga claimants on the right of way. But then again, I think sa tingin namin, ang proposed budget namin na linalagay since 2023, nung mating kami dito, is about 37, 35 billion. Ito ngayon, unfortunately, I think when it was lumabas sa General Appropriations Act natin, medyo napakaliit po yung lumabas. So, the only thing that we can do at this point in time is again to prioritize actually po yung mga payments, yung mga right-of-way that are actually ready for payments. Actually, yung ready for payments, yun po yung ginagawa namin dito to kung po itong amount that is available for now. Yun po yung ginagawa namin. And the other priorities that we are actually taking into account is actually po yung mga mayroon na pong those that have may mga court decisions are also being given priorities po.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Thank you for that, Secretary. Mr. Chair, so nabatid po natin na napakatagal na po nitong mga unpaid na obligation na ito considering na completed na po yung karamihan ng mga projects. Batid po kasi natin sa RA 10752 or the right-of-way law, dapat po ay nabayaran ng 50% ang property owner upon the execution of the deed of sale. At ang balanse po at the time of the transfer ng title sa pamahalaan of annotation ng deed of sale sa titulo. Tama po ba ito, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, tama po yun. That is the process under the existing law.
Okay. So, Mr. Chair, dapat po bigyan ng priority ang payments ng completed projects kasi nakuha na po ng gobyerno natin yung property and yet hindi pa po nababayaran o hindi pa kumpleto ang bayad. Kawawa naman po yung mga property owner na apektado dahil po may mga pamilya rin po sila na dapat makinabang sa perang ibabayad sa kanila kapalit ng kanilang ari-arian. To follow up, Mr. Chair, hindi po ba unfair o maituturing na constructive confiscation of private property hanggang hindi siya nababayaran ng husto, Mr. Chair?
I totally agree with the premise that is being forwarded by the Honorable Congresswoman. Actually, I think this is actually the challenge that the department is facing at this point in time, Your Honor. And this is the reason why we are appealing to Congress again under the 2025 proposed budget that the proposed 36.9 billion pesos for payment of right-of-way should be kept intact, actually. Thank you,
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair. Magkano naman po kaya, Mr. Chair, ang total interest in arrears kung hindi po natatakpan ng DPWH ang obligasyon nito sa principal amount? Obviously, di ba po, lumalaki rin po ang interest sa arrears nito. Kung yearly po to, magkano po ba usually ang interest natin, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, I think there are two segments. I think one under, may I ask actually our Undersecretary for Legal, Mr. Chair, to answer the modality on the payments of...
Good morning, Mr. Chair. The legal interest on interest payments po for right-of-way acquisition is 12%. We are trying to prioritize right-of-way claims with decisions of the Supreme Court already, Your Honors, because of the legal interest accruing on these obligations. And as mentioned by the Honorable Secretary, as of 2022, we've identified at least 60 billion that are outstanding obligations of the department, and this amount is very alarming. And a portion of the 60 billion identified outstanding obligations are from court decisions, Your Honors, and the DPWH cannot escape this obligation. And even if not decided cases, Your Honors, the fact that we've taken properties, private properties of our citizens for national government infrastructure projects, Your Honors, they may still be entitled to legal interest as provided under the Right-of-Way Act. So DPWH can only manage, given the very limited budget allocation for right-of-way every year, Your Honors. The legal service, together with the regional lawyers of DPWH, are trying their best to appease disgruntled claimants, Your Honors, and it would be really appreciated if we be given the requested budget allocation for right-of-way, Your Honors.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I? Madam Chair, Mr. Chair, ayon po kasi sa RA 10752, the government shall provide adequate appropriations that will allow the concerned implementing agencies to acquire the required right-of-way site or location for national government infrastructure projects in advance of project implementation. Pero palagi na lang po nababawasan na napakalaki ang proposed budget for right-of-way sa mga NEP natin paglabas naman po ng GAA. Masyado na po ito nakakabahala, Mr. Chair, kasi pinapakita po ng datos na nangyayari na ito ang pagbabawas sa poder po ng Kongreso. Although sinasabi ko po, it happened already many decades ago at ilang administrasyon na po. So sana naman po dito sa Kongreso natin, mabigyan po natin ng atensyon. Kailan pa po ba natin bibigyan ng atensyon ito pong right-of-way ng mga individual ownership ang nagmamakaawa na po at dumudulog sa ating opisina. Sana naman po, wag nang mabawasan ang budget para sa right-of-way, yung katamtaman lang kung sakaling babawasan at hindi naman po mistulang kinatay, Mr. Chair, ang mungkahing pondo. Kung maaari, mabantayan naman natin ang mga pangyayaring ito. Hindi lamang po ang kapakanan ng mga landowner to or property owners ang apektado ng right-of-way, nasasagasaan din po sa pagbabawas yung pagpapalala ng mga delays sa implementation ng mga proyekto ng pamahalaan sa issue ng right-of-way. With that said, Mr. Chair, I would like to support the proposal and the approval of the proposed budget of the DPWH for 2025. I hope yung ating pong atensyon ay matawag na tama na po ang sobrang pagkatay sa right-of-way budget. Maraming salamat po from the OFW Party List. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair.